You know, that's fair,
Mood.
and I appreciate you for that.
Brother, I must protect myself and censor you by hitting the live button. Oh, it has to.
Me. That is true.
But thinking and saying are two different things on stream. One's recordable, the other's not. In your brain, you keep it secret. You keep it safe.
For now.
Yeah, the other. Ern, Cad wants to know where you've been and what have you been up to.
Hiding from us. Thinks we smell.
He knows I smell.
Oh shit, it's already this late?
I think so. I don't know if it's like they made a music video for it or just that's video streaks to or video clips to it. But they
It sounds like one of those Evo videos that they make.
God, really, I just had a stroke.
Wait again?
Excuse me, you're handing that to my stroke arm. I had a stroke. Oh, it's incredibly funny.
I
Hey,
think it
it's
might be
funny
a
because my
sign.
dad suffers from seizures, and he likes to pretend that they're strokes. Dream streak.
Mine keeps breaking because sometimes Cat's not live those days.
Your stream streak breaks because you're not a true fan, Burning. Okay.
SMH.
Base Edge.
Listen, Darty, I don't see you in stream most of the time.
I'm in the shadows.
are back.
Including the shadows.
Fight.
Wow.
Right? No.
their Japanese version, maybe that's better.
It's crossing field.
I don't like you right now, Steve.
Was it Country Roads? Don't take me home. That math ain't math in AFK. I'm gonna need you to see me after class.
Okay, children.
313 is not double 230, okay?
Hold on a second. Yo, you think that's funny? You think that's funny? Who took a dookie in the urinal?
Oh my god, I can't believe I actually got to experience a situation like that at work.
Same here.
And not at fucking Walmart.
I was at Walmart.
Mine was at you.
I'm trying to, on the side, fix the YouTube stream because it seems to be having issues. So my apologies to everybody on YouTube. It's being like, hey, we don't have enough like stream data, and I'm like, yes, you do. Like there's nothing I've done on my end to tweak my settings, and my internet is perfectly fine. So it's just YouTube being fickle again, it seems. I did just get the tweet live chat. Do me the favor, go give it some love. Sorry again, I am running behind. I think I'm like literally, I started setting up on time. I am just dysfunctional today. I can't explain it other than that. But yes, do me the favor, go give it some love. I think we are good to start here. And just be careful about spoilers, chat. Because y'all know the mods have permission. Here is today's artwork. Do me a favor, go give the artists some love. And again, YouTube people, let me know if there are any other problems, and I'll see what I can do to deal with them. Okay. Shadow, thank you for the 64. Nice. LB7 is awesome. It is. I really like it. Like, it's kind of funny because, and I really do mean this, as much as I like Arthurian lore and stuff, to me, for better or worse, LB6 is not Arthurian lore. LB6 is like a bastardization of Arthurian lore. It's more fairy like tales than anything else. And so it's like, I like LB6, but I also have some issues with LB6 and some of what they did to the existing Arthurian lore with it. So I have some, misgivings with it. Whereas like with LB7, I don't know, it's like it doesn't matter to me, and therefore I can just enjoy it, and it's just fun, and I like it. That makes sense. Will the Saberface only run apply to the raid boss too? Yes. Yes, it will. But like I said, we're not going to talk about that. Chat, please don't be trying to talk to me about stuff that I have not gotten to yet. And for reference, if you'd like to know where I am in the story right now, I have not started. So please just be careful. I am going to real quick here spend a run just to do just get the AP burnt a little. LB6 is not a proper representation of Arthurian lore. Yeah, it really isn't. Like, I do think there's some really like cool stuff that Nasu's like doing there. Particularly like I find it interesting what he's trying to do with Morgan Le Fay. However, what he's actually trying to do with Morgan Le Fay cannot possibly work and actually does have plot holes in it that, and I'm sorry to say this, but like Nasu super fans and people that just want to assume that the guy can do no wrong, there is some issues with that. There are things that, like in LB6, you cannot have both A and B and C all be true at the same time. It just is physically impossible. So that's kind of one of the issues I end up having a lot with Morgan Le Fay and kind of how they adapted her in that. I really like Morgan. I really think she's a cool character. And I'm not going to say like they did her dirty or anything like that, but I do think they kind of like messed some stuff up that if they wish to do more story with Morgan Le Fay in the future, makes it very problematic for them. Simultaneously, if anyone got done dirty by LB6, it's actually probably Artoria or possibly even Oberon a little bit, but that would get into some real spoiler things, so I'd rather not do that. Not outside of a like, hey, I've totally told you guys I'm going to talk about this today thing. I hate how they made them actual full siblings. Yes, that is one of the things that makes zero sense. Arthurian lore does not work if the two are full siblings for various reasons. I'm sorry to hear that, Leah. Oh, what the heck? Was it actually 1200 plus? That's nasty. Hopefully the cuckoo banner treats me a little bit better. Yeah, that's what I would hope. Like, I guess like the upside is at least she is on rate up on both of them. Morgan will just water mirror your loopholes away into the past. Yeah, time doesn't work that way. Like, and don't get me wrong, like, I see what Nasu was trying to do with LB6, and it really is, like, cool. But part of how he messes up is he does try to explain too much of it, and it actually, like, his effort to kind of get rid of plot holes causes more plot holes. So, like, he'd have been better, like, saying nothing on the subject whatsoever and leaving it to, like, oh, how does this work? I don't know. And just kind of, like, people could conjecture all they want. All right, let me get out of that. I got to see how much AP I actually have, although I probably could have seen it right there had I paid attention. 124. Okay, it should be enough for now. We can go do the JP event. JP event's been kind of interesting, and again, for anyone that's playing JP, just FYI, in order to get points in the event, it is based off of the card type of your NP. So make sure that you are doing things appropriately to kind of gain either equal points all around, or depending on what like the barriers are to unlock the next node, you might have to like hyperfixate one. So at that point, kind of do what you can for that. But I would tell you guys, like, a good idea, a good strategy would be to, like, find somebody that, like, buffs the card type, but maybe doesn't have the same type of MP themselves. Or try to find ways to, like, stagger the backline units so that you can spread things out all around. Starting to believe I was rolling on the wrong banner. Yeah, you would not have liked my rolls yesterday then. It has broken some established canon at times, and it makes things very confusing. Yeah, and it's why like I even before like when it came out on JP, God, there were people that were like trying to have arguments with me over certain things that had happened. And like I said, this is one of the reasons that I'm not a huge fan of like the translation apps and stuff, because the translation app actually caused one of the big confusions about LB6. And it was not translated correctly. There's no other way I can say it. So people got like the wrong idea about a certain thing, and it caused a whole lot of like confusion. Simultaneously, you also have people that I guess just are major fans and they want to be like revisionist, like and basically extrapolate on things that were said. So like, for instance, I've seen a lot of like Morgan Le Fay fans try to claim certain things were said in the Lostbelt that weren't. Like there was no line that actually said any of that. They themselves headcanoned it and tried to pass it off as fact. So there are some really like weird takes coming out of LB6 from that stuff. It is what it is. And, you know, I haven't checked in a long time, but like last I checked, the Morgan Le Fay wiki, like on the Type Moon wiki, the Morgan Le Fay portion is just a total clusterfuck. It is an absolute like mishmashed like mess, because people have taken her actual lore and then mixed in the LB6 lore with it. And it's like, you don't get it. This is LB6 specific things that were only in LB6. It's not base Morgan Le Fay. And people can't seem to tell the difference between that. So part of that is on them. The other part of that is like, yeah, I kind of have to fault Nasu, because he did kind of blur the lines to a major degree. He did not do a good job of delineating between the two, at least for the like fans to be able to understand it as they were reading through. Sounds like you had fun. I did. I like, honestly, that's the first like true double I've had in a while, like outside of a GSSR. I'm struggling to remember the last time I actually had like, I think I've had like a double where it was not like I got like the raid up unit and then a spook in the same roll, but I don't think I've had an actual like double raid up roll in a long time for an SSR. Like, I cannot remember the last time it happened. So it's like, I'm happy with that. You can never be angry at that sort of thing. But yeah, I just was like, man, I'm glad that went easy, because Tez was the one I was more worried about, because like in Cuckoo, it's like I'm probably gonna roll MP5 of Cuckoo. And you know, whenever you're rolling MP5, you know. Okay, like at least us whales from back in the day, we've all been to the depths. Okay, so it's like I know to expect it there, but it's like, oh, you know, what am I rolling on Tez? Oh, I'm rolling NP2. And it's like, you're just sitting there and you're like, man, I really hope those two rolls don't hard fuck me. It's like the NP5, I'm prepared for that to do that. It's just like, oh man, you really just wanted like, you know, like an NP2 to make him a decent unit for your account? No. Like I unfortunately have had enough nightmares of those types of situations where it would be like, all right, maybe I just get the one, maybe we just go to pity and I give up. So it is what it is. Like, I never want that sort of thing to occur to anyone else, and it sucks whenever it occurs to you. Is the Evocation shop related to an event? No, it's like its own thing. The way to think about it is, you remember like the old main interlude system where they were like, hey, we're going to give you access to an old event and the welfare. It's that, except you no longer have access to the old event. It's just, we're just giving you the welfare. That's all it is. I'm trying to remember when exactly it starts. I want to say it's pretty soon here. Wasn't the first Evocation festival like, was it like February or something? It's funny because we just did banner review, so I should know this off the top of my head. But I'm sorry, my brain is like on the fritz. Okay, April. April is the first one, which that may come earlier. It may be like March for us because again, we're probably going to be like 2 weeks to a month ahead. Like we are already right now, as of this point, 2 weeks ahead of JP for the year, which is nuts. But that's because we accelerated 7.2. Do you think we ever get proper human history servants of the LB servants we already have, like proper human history Ivans, Young Yu? I feel like that'd be really cool, especially if they show up as like a different like variant of them. So like maybe proper human history Ivan is more like human than monster, right? So like that I feel like would be a really cool take. I would like to see that. Will we ever get it? I don't know. I think that sort of thing is always like in the wind, where like it could happen, but the second you speak it, it's gone. Like I couldn't tell you at that point because it really just depends on what the devs are trying to do. I am going to say I fully anticipate that as of right now, they are on like the fast train to the end of part 2. They really want to get here so that they can move on. And I'm going to say this right now. It is blatantly obvious to me as to why they would want that. Part 2 has stayed way too long. It has overstayed its welcome. We have taken way too long to get through Cosmos and the Lostbelt. Again, for reference, chat, you are now in year 10 of the game on JP. Remember, the first year was 1.5. The second year basically was Epic of Remnant. Okay, so this is P1. This is Epic of Remnant. This is Cosmos and the Lostbelt. All the remaining time. All of it. So you're in year 10 of the game. You have been in Cosmos and the Lostbelt for 7.5 years. It's way too long. Way too long. I think the devs finally like came to that realization somewhere probably like I actually think like I'll give them credit. They probably came to the realization like early last year. It's not that they didn't have plans to finish it and that it was always going to go this way. I think they realized they need to shit or get off the pot. Like that they needed to go like, okay, we can't keep dragging our feet. We have to wrap this up. We have to get it done now. Because I think like for better or worse, they were stalling to try and create time. And I don't know if that's because like Nasu needed time to get stuff done. And so as a result, like until they could get us to a part 3 and get Nasu to work on it, they had to stall. That may have been the case. I don't actually know. All I can say is that irregardless of like part 3, I think they in all of their metrics see bad signs for like going forward. If they don't progress the story, if they don't move into a new part, the game will continue to erode over time. Like, not to be doomer, but that is a natural thing. Like, again, if you consider any game, like any live service game, if you stopped providing major content patches for the game, people would realistically stop playing the game over time. You know, there will always be the like core community, the devout few that stick around because they just love it. But that like the bigger community that you're hoping to kind of power the game through and make money off of is going to erode over time. So what will go against that, the forces that be, will be, again, growth, and that will be, you'll get that from new content, you'll get that from exciting things. And what do I mean when I say new content? I do not mean events. Like in that regard, thinking of it from that perspective, that macro scale, you have to look at this as, what is the reason people actually play FGO? And one of the main determinant factors is going to be FGO's story. So as a result, story dictates a lot of like the cycles of the game. And you'll actually notice this. Like, for instance, FGO is doing pretty well right now in NA. Why? Because 7.2 just came out. And what happened before that? 7.1. So we also had like New Year's right in there in the mix. So like literally this is a good time for FGO NA right now. However, that will proceed to erode probably post Valentine's Day, at least until we get back up to like the collab event. Okay, so like you're gonna have like ebb and flow just naturally due to people having more interest in certain content, but story chapter releases almost always signify a, you know, like a uptick. So I think they know that, and I think they realize that, and I think they realize that it has taken them too long on the JP end of things, and that if they don't kind of wrap things up and move on, they are going to have some issues. So again, I'm not saying the game's ending or anything like that. I'm trying to say that I believe the devs have realized that there is a need to move on to part 3, and what has probably happened is simultaneously they know that that the need is just growing every day and getting more extreme, but also they may have finally passed like the major bottlenecks that were holding them back, like the reason that they had to stall. So that may be all that it is just now they can finally move into part 3, and so that's where they're headed. But sorry, to circle all the way back around, that would again be why I would tell you I don't think you're gonna see like proper human history variants of the Lostbelt servants, right? Because like basically they're just not focused on that right now. Maybe in a like part 3 you might get to see something like that, but at the current point in time, I think they already literally know like every servant that will come out until the end of part 2. Like I think they already have all of that plotted. And in case anyone doubts me on this, there are numerous instances that that kind of show that to be the case. The developers actually work with quite a bit of a lead. Including several new characters, and I really got to point this out, chat. So I'm sure most of y'all, and again, like I kind of flashed her up on screen yesterday, but I think a lot of you guys remembered the snake mommy that I showed you yesterday. That is a classic example that like we look for as content creators as a sign of life. What do I mean? Let me give you an example, chat. Do you think that that character is just an NPC and will forever live in NPC jail and never come out? Like, ask yourself that. Shirley? Don't call me Shirley. Yes, look at Maxwell. That may be the case, right? Like, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you, while yes, that does happen in FGO, at least there are units that have been in NPC jail for a long time. On average, most of the NPC jail units are not still in the NPC jail. They have gotten out. They have gotten released eventually. So I'm not going to say that there aren't some, but I am going to say usually when they start showcasing a unit like that, it is done purposefully and with intent. What is the intent? Well, chat, if I just throw a unit in a banner, what are the odds that you roll for it? If I ask you that, you're going to ask me questions back in return. You're going to be like, well, is the unit good? Well, is the unit hot? Well, is the unit something that I need in some way, shape, and form? Throwing all of those metrics out and looking instead at just the what are the odds that you roll for a unit in general whenever there is a new unit release. Getting to the core of that idea. Now ask yourself, what are the odds that you roll for a unit that you have already seen before? So, for instance, chat, You just mentioned Maxwell's Demon. What are the odds that you would roll for Maxwell's Demon? What are the odds that you would roll for Agravain? What are the odds that you would roll for any unit? If you've already been exposed to the unit and you've had some familiarity developed, you're more likely to roll for the unit. You're not guaranteed, right? Like maybe some of you just don't care about Maxwell's Demon. Maybe some of you don't like Agravain. Again, Snake Mommy could be another one, right? So it's like, oh, well, maybe you find Snake Mommy really hot, so maybe you're extremely likely to roll for her. It doesn't really matter. Because at the end of the day, all it is they are trying to get out ahead of that and trying to preview characters to you so you gain some sort of familiarity with them and who they are and what they're about. And in doing so, that sets up future gacha units for them and future story units for them. So it's just something the devs have done for a long time. Now, that being said, there was a period of time where the devs didn't do that very much. And that happened a couple of years ago. And that's where, like, and I'm dead serious when I say this, privately, myself and Trubs were probably at our most doomer at that time. Publicly, I don't think anyone even realized it, but privately, we had major concerns over how would I put this in accounting in accounting terms? It'd literally be we had a going concern for the game is the actual terminology. So that is to say, will the game continue on into the future? Well, if it's released all of the units that it's teased and it has not set up any future units, how long will the game continue to go on? And that's an interesting thing because you actually do see this with other things. Like, for instance, you can look at something like Bleach, okay? And we can talk about the whole, like, Aizen arc and everything. When Ichigo finally overcomes Aizen, it is quite literally sort of him beating the big bad. Bleach did have other story threads that it had set up, but it had not developed any of them really. And so it became a little bit of a problem because you finally beat Aizen and there was kind of nothing else really. So a lot of people just checked out after that point. Same thing with FGO. If FGO is not going to develop any potential future thread for story or characters, you would have major concerns. And what we saw back then is we saw that, like, wait, they aren't really doing this anymore. And then they started to again very quickly after that, thankfully. And that put us at ease. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. They're still doing that. There are still signs that they are developing new characters and kind of planting them for potential future gacha banners and stuff. That's a good sign. This is why I'm not doomer and thinking that the game is going to end. If the developers weren't doing that, I would be doomer, chat. I would be telling you all, well, there are signs indicating otherwise. Like, oh, the game is going to end, yada, yada, yada. But that's not what's happening. We don't see that. We instead see the reverse. We instead see that while the devs may have some issues with like actual logistics and you know, pumping out content, they are still trying to set themselves up for future success. So that is a thing. And I want you guys to understand that. That is a kind of hidden metric that you will look for, both as a storyteller and just in general for a character-driven like game, right? You're going to look to see, are they still trying to set up future characters, future plot lines, that sort of stuff. And we do see that. That is a thing that is currently ongoing. So again, don't be concerned. Game not going to end. Still waiting for dozens of Guda Guda units. Yeah, Guda Guda is probably the worst one for NPC jail. It always has been. I don't know why. I think it's like in Guda Guda's case, they literally just go and they develop like all these other NPCs that they know is kind of like essential to tell their story. And then I think on the side, they just go like, all right, well, they're made, and now all we have to do is like pull the trigger if we actually want to. I really think that's all it is. It is just them going like, we did what we needed to for now. To be fair, I think it's kind of nice that we're getting more NPCs with unique designs. Yeah, I mean, like FGO's always had pretty unique designs. I'll say, like that's never really been an issue for it. I just, in general, I like the idea of, hey, we are setting ourselves up for the future. And frankly speaking, you guys know if I've been critical of anything character design wise, it's been that there have been a whole lot of shotas and lollies at times. So seeing an actual like mommy character get developed is like, hell yes. Because it really does feel like it's been a while since we've had one of those. Not that there aren't like, I don't know, like busty women or something in the game. The game has plentiful of that. But like, for instance, I'm not going to say like Seal really has that type of energy. So I do like the fact that, yeah, we are actually getting something a little bit more unique that we haven't had in a long time. I know people want everyone playable, but it's nice to have characters that are just there for story, and then we won't see them again. Yeah, I mean, like, I think there's a place for that, especially like within the Chaldean staff, right? Like, we don't need every single Chaldean staff member to be a servant. That's just weird at that point, because especially like the mental gymnastics that would have to get done for something like that to be true would be pretty whack. But I definitely feel like, again, that story is at least the fact that it's moving on is good. I can't emphasize that enough. At this point, I don't hate any of the actual story, but I do hate the branding of the story. I hate Cosmos and the Lostbelt because it needs to die. Part 2 needs to end. They need to wrap up these plot lines because it feels like the never-ending story. That doesn't mean FGO's entire story has to end. They just need to end this arc of the story so that it can move on and it can do other things. Because, like, I think Nasu said it in one of the interviews himself. Like, we are probably never going to do quote-unquote space ever again. And it's like, yeah, good. Because this has just gone on for like forever. So I get it. I understand. And at this point, I just have to stop and not say anything and instead introduce you to the cutest thing ever. This thing is like, it has absolute Gibble energy. Okay, chat. This is like Charmander and Gibble fusion right here. It's a Pokemon. It feels like a Pokemon. Like, literally, this is Gibble's same, like, mouth style. In fact, this is like the Cad Gib emote. It's not a Gibble, it's red. I know. That's what I'm saying. It looks like Charmander and Gibble had a fusion. So we can expect a lawsuit from Nintendo imminently. Exactly. Looks like a Vmon. It's a very red Gibble, right? Like, I don't know what it is, but that bro is just so cute. Legally distinct Pokemon, please, Nintendo, do not come near out game. Oh, our game. I promise not to do it. It's not the same, I swear. I mean, like I said, Nintendo can throw its weight around all at once, but if there's one person that Nintendo can't throw its weight around, it's Sony. So, like, it only is really working with Palworld because Palworld is being backed by Sony, but it's not actually made by Sony. So, like, it's working for now, but it won't work forever. Also, chat, I hate to say it, but I really don't think many people actually rolled Bichon. Because there are not very many people that show up with CEs at all, let alone MLB. I am filtering for MLB, but it's just quite literally because I myself have not rolled. Okay, so that's the 4-star. Do I need the 4-star from this node? It is a bronze node based off of those materials because that's bronze and silver right there. So I probably actually need the bronze one, so we will go with Leo. Oh, wait. Whoops. This is an arts comp. Damn. Well, I guess I'll use... wait. No. No. Wait, no, this is caster. Okay. God. My problem is I've been using Ace lately, so like my brain is like warped as to like which ascension form is which. You're arts, aren't you? Yeah, I need you out of here. You're quick. The other one's quick, so let's change this to a buster unit. Okay, so a Buster 4-star. Boom, there you go. Backline bond her, get some extra bond. And there we go. Hello, Ingor, how's it going? I got her, but only got a 4-star C since I got her early. Yeah, and that's like, don't get me wrong, I just assumed that most people didn't roll because of that. You can tell when everybody rolls a unit, like, man, CEs are plentiful. Like, for instance, this is why, like, every summer, everybody has craft essences. But, like, again, when you get to, like, an event, and I think part of it is, like, it's nothing to do with Bichon so much as, like, this is just bad timing in general. If Bichon was immediately not like the most broken unit ever in the history of the game, people just weren't going to roll because a lot of people are already dry due to like Richard and Phantasm Moon and Lohi. And then a lot of people are already eyeing Valentine's Day or whatever our upcoming collab is. I'm sure some people are thinking Strange Fake. So that's going to be a consideration. Then on top of that, you literally have the fact that the developers have announced that every single SSR will get a banner in the coming months. So I think right now a lot of people are just like, I am holding my courts. Like I am waiting for the banner that I really want, right? So like I said, unless she just immediately was like the hottest or like most broken character, it was just naturally going to result in people kind of clutching their pearls, so to speak. I just finished the Fate route in FSN. Will like get an anime? I don't know, man. Like I just gotta hope that at some point in the future they finally get around to it. This may be a problem with like UFO table being like just super busy. So I don't know, or it may just be like a rights issue. Maybe Studio Dean still has rights to what would amount to be the Fate route. And so as a result, they can't like do a new version as long as they have the rights. That third ascension could break me, though. Yeah, I do think that's part of the issue. The fact that we don't know the third ascension for Bichon is kind of a problem. See, look at that. Did you see that cute little gremlin go flying across my screen? That was amazing. I love that. It is so happy and like amazing. I'm not holding my courts, I'm holding my wallet. Sure. either way, right? It'll be interesting to see what they pull out at Valentine's. Yeah, I think Violet has a strong possibility in the coming days because like there were some theories that you might see Violet coming up with this event. I don't know, but she quite literally at this point is the only member of the Sakura Five we don't have. So it would be very interesting to see. However, I'm also going to say that if they do put Violet in the game, that meme is dead. Like the Sakura Five are complete, which, you know, like I'm sure the Sakura fans would love. But then what do you do if you want to release more Sakura units? I don't know. Also, chat, I just want to say, what if the new mommy is like either Medusa or Gorgon Altar? Summer unit. I hope they don't release another. Like, I really do hate that they do that. Like for instance, the fact that Seal is a summer unit, I literally just don't even think of her as a summer unit. She's just Seal. So I kind of wish they would stop doing that. And this is why, like, again, I have this idea that FGO overall has turned down its sex appeal over the years. It's trying to go for more broad appeal, and it's turning down the sex appeal some because they do crap like that. Where, like, really, your hot units usually do, at this point, come out at summer and really nowhere else. And so then at that point, and I'm not saying, like, this is never the case, just, like, on average, right? But then at that point, if you start having new units that come out during summer that are like completely new, inevitably one or two of their ascension forms are not summer variants. They're just like plain clothes and stuff like that. So it's really weird to me that they do that. I don't really understand it. Wait, Seal's a summer unit? Yeah. Kat, am I wrong? Or wasn't Medusa Altar in the first Singularity? I don't know. Were you? They're just giving up expectations about who will release. It'll be who it'll be. I kind of in the same way. Like, people ask me all the time, like, who I think certain things are going to be. Like, for instance, Kitashan did ask me, like if I could submit a video for him. I didn't have the time for his thing that he was putting together. But I did, like, the only real guess I had was that it was going to be Richard again for New Year's on JP. And that was right. Because to me, that was just the most obvious guess. If it wasn't him, who is it going to be? I have no fucking clue. Like, and at this point, I'm very much of the same mentality of, like, unless the answer is an obvious answer, I have no idea. Like, part of this is because in order to even have a theory, I have to be neck deep in spoilers. And the other part of it is that in order to, like, be able to, like, accurately guess, you have to be a fly on the wall of the devs. Neither of those two things are true for me. I can kind of think like the devs at times. I can try to guess what they'll do. I have a pretty good track record with that, but I'm not perfect. I'm not clairvoyant. So it just is what it is. That was my biggest issue with Ace. Took away another swimsuit form for Morgan. Yeah, like I said, like the upside is you basically got Morgan as a anniversary unit. The downside is you basically don't get a Morgan Summer. That is your Morgan Summer. You get one form and that's it. And I don't like that. I do agree. Like, I'm perfectly fine with them trying to, like, separate the two. But when you go in there and you say, like, hey, oh, now you're getting Lady Avalon, and she has never existed in the game prior to that point, and now she's a summer unit. It's like, well, I guess she'll never get a summer form. And furthermore, it feels bad because it feels bad for some of the older units that still don't have summer forms. One of those spots, and again, I know it's not a zero-sum game, but one of those spots does get occupied by a new character. Somebody that has not been waiting for years for that summer swimsuit. So I don't know how to feel about that. Other than like disappointment, I guess. It's not like I hate any of the units on an individual level. It's more just me wondering why they do that. Because in theory, chat, and this is why like some of the times when I say like, oh, there is like a growing trend of Aniplex just trying to milk the game for money, there's also like signs that this is not the case. And that is one of those signs. Because what makes you more money, chat? Do you get more money releasing an original and then a summer unit? Or do you get more money releasing a OG summer unit? To me, this seems like the obvious choice. You get to double up. This makes way more money, I would assume, than this. Like, this still makes money, but it's mostly because the summer form, right? But to me, having an original form first makes more money. So I don't really understand. Other than it's not about the money for them at that point. It's just literally, hey, we need to release a unit. How can we do this? Nito and Nito Alter is the perfect example on how to do things and make money. Yeah, I've said for years, like when they came out with Nito Alter specifically 2 years ago, I pointed to that and I said, this is great. You need to do more of this. And so like what was sad about LB7 to a degree is that some of the other forms just got a costume and it wasn't like a new character. They should have done a new character. That would have been better. Well, actually, hold on. Let me grab my new craft essence. God, I'm having such difficulty picking. Like, picking what I need on JP at this point. Wait, yellow eyes? Chat, who is this supposed to be? Is it Carmilla? Because this looks more like Durga to me. Weird Cleo? Yeah, like, it seems really odd. Like, it's not that I don't like the art. It's just the face doesn't match. They mentioned it on stream? Yeah. Yeah, it's literally my only issue with it. Because it's definitely hot. That C is insane, by the way. Yeah, let me take a look at it. Oh my god. All of the login bonus stuff. Okay. I've actually cleared out my my mailbox quite a bit on JP. So this craft essence is Desert Maiden. MLB, start battle with 30% special attack for female and 50% charge. That, wow, it is all attack scaling. That is an insane C. Holy shit. And this is really interesting because one of the rarest, like, niches in the entire game is anti-female. There are very few units that do anything to it, and there are only a handful of CEs. So the fact that this comes out and this is basically better than the best CE that currently existed, plus has 50% charge, is just whack. Threw Jack out of her niche. I think, like, with things like this, chat, remember, this is just power mod. Okay? So, like, it is what it is. Jack's just gonna stack with this. He'll just be even stronger. But wait, hold on. Was this damage, she? I didn't even bother to check. Yeah, it looks like it's damage. Where's it points? It's something by 100%, so I assume damage. We finally got CE power creep? Oh, no. We already had CE power creep, chat. That literally already happened. Well, allow me to explain. Things like HNS. Whoops. Things like HNS. Aerial Drive. First Sunrise. They got power crept by cranking. So, like, CE power creep has already been a thing. Those 4 craft essences that are leaving the roster on NA so that we can get 4 new craft essences. Yeah, these 4 new ones are just stronger forms of the ones that are leaving. So there's already, like, some power creep. I still take HNS if I want overcranking. Yeah. And it's not like they're, like, dead in the water. It's just one of those deals where it's like, yeah, there is power creep. No wonder it's Carmilla. Yeah, I mean, I guess with it being anti-female, it makes sense because Carmilla's the other unit in the game that does anti-female besides Jack. So it be what it be. I'm sorry, chat. I cannot get over this thing. Why is it so damn cute? Like, it really is. It really is. And it makes sense because the event is called My Little Dragon. And I did not understand that until this. And now I understand it. And I need it. Exactly, AFK. I've begun to realize it's actually, like, critically important. If that is a rollable unit, I wish to roll for it. Don't look at DMs. What did you do? I hate you, Steve. These are things that I cannot show chat because they will probably get me banned on Twitch. But they are still, if you have dark humor, very funny. Baby Dragon's name is Jeffrey and talks in Wait, so he's a Murloc? Then do it on Discord? No, because that would also get me canceled. You know, I'm not even sure cancel culture is really a thing anymore, thankfully. Because I think most people have realized you can't actually cancel someone. But, like, it still doesn't mean I want to, like, cause drama in any way. What was I doing? Oh, right. Yeah. So now chat. Okay. 7.2 starting now. I'm going to again preface this by saying you all have had a 24-hour head start on me. In fact, more than that now. We will be beginning It is Saberface only run. If you don't know what that means, the rules are basically as thus. I can only use people with the Saberface trait. I think the only exception currently that I allow for that is Arthur, because somehow Arthur doesn't have the Saberface trait, even though he's a Saberface. So it is what it is. But yeah, quite literally, that's it. We are going to be doing Saberface only. What does not violate the run is if the game forces me to take another unit to the node. If that's the case, I can use the unit. I try not to, just for like, hey, I want to do this as Saberface as possible, but I don't consider it to be invalidated if I have to use the unit. So I hate this part too a lot. Well, we'll see. Again, if you're worried about me catching you or me surpassing you or in any way, shape, or form me spoiling you somehow, keep in mind you can read alongside me. And then if you go to like if I manage to catch where you were or pass you, again, you can literally just read alongside me as I progress further than you. And then when you go to do that, you can actually skip it on your end, saving you time. So it is what it is, but we're going to be beginning. Again, mods, you have my permission. You know the drill. Chat should know the drill by now. We will actually begin. We will begin Le Saberface. All right, where we left off was that chicken Itza, and you can see here we are still unable to use our command seal. This is definitely going to be interesting. But it looks like we're going to be starting section 11 here. As for how many sections there are, I don't know off the top of my head, so please don't ask, because I don't want to spoil anyone in chat either. I'm also going to turn... Oh. Hold on, chat. I forgot. Breaks the capture card. It's funny how much I still forget this. There we go. Let the breaking begin. Yes. I'll probably turn up the sound volume. Oh no. Chat, what was the voice I was using for him? I've been listening in on you from the start, of course. Very obnoxious. With all due respect, these people are obviously a Selema in all the ways that matter. I would go so far as to say they are even worse. They're obviously of the same species as the Crypta, who has brought his wicked culture here in Mictlan. The fact that I still remember that. The pitch and tone. Plenty of other naughty things. Oh my. Dude, why did she say, but also the bad things as well? And then she bit her lip. Do you see that, chat? This is why I want to roll MP5 of this woman. Since corn on the cob. Very well, Lady Kukulkan. I shall do as you say. He wasn't even trying to hide his hostility. I think that's a smirk. Listen, it's biting her lip to me. Now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. Has cat lip. Okay, so there you go, chat. This confirmed it. As if you didn't already know. This is unfortunate because for JP, I'm sure this was much more of a mystery, but for NA, it absolutely wasn't. Because we've all seen Cuckoo's animations. So, like, yeah, like, this just, now it's confirmed. Cuckoo was the one that trashed our ship. See, look at that. Now she's blushing. Ours exists separately. Or, I don't know that it necessarily means that, but I do think it means, at minimum, that he's an aspect of Tezcatlipoca. So essentially, it's like they're all parts of him, and he's not whole, in effect, as of right now. Because again, like, the one we've met is apparently just human, basically. God, I'm sorry, chat. I can't. This is a face not even a mother could love. Like, it's literally like... It's like the Pog face. It literally is the Pog face. Who let them draw this? I don't know. Yeah, Cuckoo doesn't like sacrifices, remember? Liver's an acquired taste. So, Cuckoo and assless chaps having diarrhea. Why is this a line? Why are they trying to make us think about this? So wait, she's a vegetarian. You could hide in it for purely personal reasons. This is really interesting because she's like, oh yeah, besides the sun would never hide. Was literally hiding while in Mexico City. Oh god. Also that, yes. Although wasn't she quote unquote sealed in there rather than like her doing it herself? Did she? The Solar Sojourn. I really want to see Cuckoo and Olga talk. I really want to see that. Yep. Okay, so I just want to say this. He's also pretty clearly not our enemy. That is a bad assumption. A very bad assumption. You do not know that yet. All you know is that for right now, either our interests align or he doesn't deem it that he can do anything to us. Ort mentioned. Yes, a presidential declaration. Do you now clearly remember who you really care? I think this is supposed to be who you really are. Yeah. Because that, if it's care, this doesn't read right at all. That position is your entire purpose in life. Damn. The priest already twisting the screws. Yeah. Well, because at any point she could, like, recover from the amnesia and try to nuke us all, right? But I think at least until that point occurs, you can rely on her. Schlepped the border? That's supposed to be slapped, or is schlepped an actual word? Hauled or carried? Okay. Yeah, God. I thought it would have meant like punch or hit or something. Schleppen is a German word? Yeah, I've never heard that phrase before. Interesting. Well, I learned a new word today. I still don't like this Phoenix and Nova Chaldea terminology. I could get it. They don't want to call it OG Chaldea, but like, it's really weird because they only now started pulling it out. If they had started using it from the beginning, I would have been way more okay with it. But it, like, and I'm not saying they didn't originally mention it. It's just like, it feels like it has not been mentioned in a long time. Orange, thank you for the 59. How's it going? Gonna go out and DoorDash tonight due to snow. Ooh. Well, hopefully you stay comfy and indoors. Bro, I'm sorry. Those names don't exist. Those aren't real people. Nasu was adamant that only Olga can be called so. Interesting. I mean, Japan has way more of a distinction for like titles and stuff like that. So it's like, to Japan it may mean way more than like to us here in the States it may not matter at all. It's Whack-chan. Oh, never mind. The Dionychus brothers. Sorry, the Deinonychus brothers. God, Tapeo is like, we rolled an SSR here with our help again. I feel like we do this every Lostbelt. We find the perfect person to help us. Is it just because it's a talking dinosaur? Because of Summer 6? Yeah, okay. That's what it is. Yeah, of course, that's the reason. Carnivorous insects. Cool, we just have a, actual divinity fighting alongside us. What could go wrong? Oh yes, 4 units from my own roster. Literally 3, because we were forced to take MASH. Yep. Okay, so we can throw Cuckoo in the back at least. God, I have no idea what this node is. Cuckoo for KukulCon? Yep. You're cuckoo for Cuckoo Puffs. Wait, no, I need an assassin. Big Monka. Let's throw in like Morgan here. And then probably a Star Bomb. DE. Actually, let's... They're on the side of caution. Let's give her Sweet Crystal. Just in case. I'll get it done eventually. I'm sitting there thinking, it's like, do I really want to, like, use this? Because if I do, I can't swap MASH out. Invuln Piercer? Yeah. Okay. So it's split here. We got 3 out of 3. Take the triple quick because I'm not going to get a card in. It's crazy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this Lostbelt's very invulny. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me... There you go, chat. Now you guys can at least hear the music a little bit better. You don't need to hear the sounds that high, but... Is that the proper term for it? Invulny? Yeah. Yeah, that's actually the scientific term, in fact. Have I done her NP interlude? Yes. Just wanted to make sure before I did a dub. Her NP interlude is the one that gives her Invuln Pierce. So if I hadn't done it yet, I would have been like, oh crap. Yeah, thankfully a couple of Saberfaces actually just do have Invuln Pierce latently. Okay, we did actually manage to soak to Morgan. Somewhat rare. Although her third skill is actually pretty nice. Once again, I think it's like 5,000% on it, so it should win. Nice, easy node there to begin with. It's supposed to be like the Cuckoo Showcase node, or at least one of them, but like, again, I will try not to use them. Have you defeated the dragons if there were any? We're still really early in story. Unless you mean on JP. Yeah, this isn't good. I don't like leaving UO over there alone. Well, I guess Nito recovered. Warrior Whack-chan. I guess that means Nemo recovered? Oh, whoops. Well, it's the Mystic Code, dummy. Wait, are they implying that we're not from Japan? Interesting. It may just be some other part of Japan is what they're implying. If ordeal call sections are known for being difficult like LB6 or LB7, no. I mean, I'd say they're like LB3, LB4 difficulty level. I was gonna say, it's like she's a god, so... I love her facial expressions, though. Okay, so this is literally just she dressed this way to like blend in. Okay, never mind. That's just her convenient excuse. Yeah, yeah. Take off that outfit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it clashes. Take it off. All of it. Now. Yeah, how come you're not just going nude? Yeah, in fact, why don't we all get naked? It is pretty hot in here. I feel like we should all take off all of our clothes. You know? Yeah, Desperado is correct. Punk rock is not. That includes Gordoff. He's not here right now. He's back in the air-conditioned ship. Oh, is Olga gonna come talk to us? Life in Chichen Itza. I don't know why Aurelia is just like going that insane. But whichever dance got triggered. Yeah. Oh, darn it. Capture card broke. Hold on, chat. Spin does reset her after she loses her mind. The Neogene, the Paleogene, the Cretaceous, the Jurassic, or the Triassic periods. Texture, this cosmic hypothesis was programmed. Those ferns were our vessels. They became the new society that kept us alive. Wait, the forest continued to grow without any natural predators. The insects evolved to become bigger and stronger, and finally became a form of life modern-day humans like yourselves could understand. He's talking about the insects. Our species changed course to match the evolution of those life forms as well. Carboniferous period. $250 million years sooner? What do you mean we? Who is this we? We chose the existing creatures to carry the torch of life. We chose the prehistoric children to continue to live on this planet just like you. We are farmers. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. What? You didn't need to show MASH there? $66 million years ago. No. Melisande wouldn't count for that. She's literally a, like, toenail of the red dragon that fell off. Which, as far as I understand, should predate the red dragon. But that's getting stupid, I think. Probably thinking of her as Albion himself. Yeah, now you want a really funny thing? Albion didn't exist back then. Like, literally. Like Britain did not exist back then. Hmm. Ah, nice deflection, Tepeo. Yeah, but this is a logical plot hole then. Because you're dealing with Continental Shift and Pangea. Drinky no spilly. Yeah, it's a Dino sippy cup. That's rare ore, okay. Oh, Nitocris is going to be our escort. What could possibly go wrong? Whack-chan, no. Kind of place only powerful dinos could make that weak Acelema never could. It's the Tsundere arc. She's trying to make us jealous. Prez is going on a date? Yeah. Hmm. I already heard stories about them myself. Interesting. Means that Kukulkan's talked to somebody else from proper human history, so maybe David? Or maybe she, like, just talked to one of us behind the scenes without us realizing it. Turkeys? Wait, the turkeys are carnivore. Oh god. No. Everything here. This is like Australia. Everything wants to kill you and eat you. How good is the support, Nito? NP3888. What kind of dog trash is that? Why the heck would I use that version? Whoops. Wait, huh? Oh, there we go. Okay, so now the next question. Okay, so Cuckoo can be moved to the back. Nito can't. Is this literally just the same thing again? Nito is forever Nito, indeed. It's an 8-1 and P5. I mean, the third skill at least has a cleanse and has guts, so like I leveled it, but yeah, it's not like it's imperative if you're just using her for farming. Again, same deal. We just go right out of the gate with basically Zekken Mukyu Thunden. Because we basically don't have any invulns on that character, or any invuln pierces rather, and there's no invulns in the first wave. This one, interestingly enough, also does not have any. Unintelligent small dinos. Whatever. Give me the gray. Mighty chain. Nito forever Nito. Indeedo. Australia and Florida? Yeah, that's true. This is a combination because the people here also want to kill us. Although technically, like, humanity here is technically supposed to be the dinos. But this is an interesting one because, like, in every Lostbelt we have the concept of, like, humanity. Also, nice cock. We have the concept of humanity, and, like, you know, in every single Lostbelt it's been different. In this one, you have the dinos over here, but you also have the Acellama, and it feels like it's trying to transition into the Acellama being the dominant species. So it is interesting because it's somewhat like the story of LB6, where you had the fairies, and like basically what happens is the Fae just never end up allowing the Age of Man to occur, even though it wants to, even though like the world is trying to force this to happen. The Fae just keep being like, no, we refuse. And so it's really interesting because that also seems to parallel what's going on here with the Aselma and the Danos, where like basically it seems like it's trying to transition to this due to like Tez's interference, but meanwhile the Dinos are just like, no, we're not doing it. The new humans? You're saying the giant cock should be the new human? Yes. Oh, damn it. I had triple buster. Fuck. Should have gone with that because this is not going to kill. It's a 300k berserker enemy. And it's not even ban. Yeah, I might have gotten another like 40k damage out of it had I gone triple buster. Well, this is spicy. Oh, this is literally the giant turkey. This is the thing that we were taught to fear. A lucky crit there. And it will be enough to kill now because of it. I was really just trying to get more charge on Morgan there a little bit, and in the hopes that I could kind of just will my way back to an NP, but I figured it was going to die long before that. I should have probably just inverted that mighty chain though and gone QAB. Heavy with regret, remorse, and lingering attachment. And unadulterated shame. You're fervently blaspheming against every living thing in the world. Yep, that is a rooster. Chat, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that this is not a Goku face. This really feels like this is the exact same like energy as Goku also thinking. That might be intentional. Oh, I definitely think they're cut from the same cloth. It's the like brutish oaf like trope, right? Where it's just like insanely strong, insanely stupid. Not that I think that she's like actually stupid, but that like they're kind of going for the like airhead vibe. Yeah. I like how just the eye turned to look at the camera there. Cuckoo or Goku? given the fact that I'm not done reading this yet, I'm not prepared to answer that question. What's with the look? Wait, so we just baited Nitocris into doing all the talking for us. They're like, hey, Kadroth, you should be the one to tell them. Nope, got Nitocris to do it. Like Vakoob. All she does is go around taking walks. Why do I get the feeling like Vakoob's been doing this the whole time? Ah, long before. But what about the land before time? So, this explains it. Age, they give her the 52. So this would also be one of the contributing factors for why it's shifting towards the Acelema, is because literally they are stagnant. And that's something that you've noticed, like, this is why you have a Lostbelt. It's pruned because of its stagnancy. So that is one of the issues at play here, is that essentially lizard kind had become just completely, like, stagnant and just were going through the paces. Ah, I completed a master mission. This chapter's long. Holy crap. And of course, right, chat, you missed some sky. And now we're back at the ship. And we're talking to Nemo Nurse, I think it is. Or wait, is this... No, wait, maybe this is the librarian? I don't remember which one this is. Yeah, 20 tons is a little much. Let alone find it. Bring you an entire mountain. Jesus. Ah, Dechi. They're a bit pretentious now. Might makes right and all that? Yes. Something about hearing KO that gets me fired up. Yeah, as in knockout, as in like, you know, wrestling or punching or anything like that. Alright, what are we dealing with? Well, either way, I can actually take... Oh no. What's the support Binienma? NP3... 888. What's mine? Should be 101010. Yep, NP2 101010. I will take that. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I touched the phone, chat. Grr. Alright, what are we dealing with here? So... Honestly, we're just going to switch this to Jarcher and just go. And that is pretty much the exact same deal as before. And if I can loop over it, I will, but I suspect that I cannot. Yo, Gato being screwed tonight. LB7's really bad for capture cards, and we don't know why. It just is. Like, it's something to do with, like, maybe the map and its interactions with the nodes. But it seems to break capture cards, and it's really weird. So anybody that uses a capture card tends to have problems with it. I know I'm not the only one, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, we don't really know why it is the case. Or do you have an Omni Looper, man? I don't know. Hey, it is what it is. Increased defense, it's just a 3 out of 3. Tell you what, chat. There. I used Binienma's stuff, but we are rotating her out. I'll go ahead and do that. It's always nice having more options. It really is. We're overcharged stars, so what's yours? Quick card effectiveness? Alright. We'll probably do it like that so that we get the mighty chain effect. I was thinking NP2, yep. Like I said, I'm rolling NP5 because of waifu reasons. I just really like Cuckoo. She's a very fun character and I really like her design. Swing. Which Saberfaces can survive the Dechi kitchen? Oh god. In all seriousness, probably Janu. Janu can probably live through that. There is not a chance in hell that Nero can. Artoria, I think it depends. Because depending on the depiction, Artoria is just literally the, like, food consumer incarnate. Or a, like, very patient person that can actually, like, learn how to cook. So it's really weird. Because it just kind of depends on which depiction you're going with. Like, I'm going to tell you probably none of the alters could. But, that's also just a factor of, like, patience. More than anything. Let's see if I can card it out. Damn. Salter could not. Oh yeah, definitely not. Like they would just destroy the kitchen is the issue. Not a chance Mordred could, because Mordred strikes me as like the ADHD child that like can't sit still. And like she would just run off in the middle of the lesson. The X series would be interesting. I think MHXA could and MHX could not. Like MHXA may be the only Saberface alter that could actually survive the kitchen. And that's probably only if they're making sweets. What about Morgan? No, I don't think Morgan could. And the reason I don't think Morgan could is because the only way that Morgan would make it is quite literally if Artoria did as well. And it wouldn't be because Morgan had the like aptitude and capability to actually make it through. It would be purely out of spite to try and like do the whole anything you can do, I can do better. So if Artoria wasn't able to make it or dropped out, Morgan wouldn't be there anymore because Morgan herself wouldn't have any reason to do it. Tonalico? That's an interesting one. I think Tonalico would absolutely flake. Like, you just wouldn't have the staying power. Okita maybe? Doubtful. They don't strike me as the cooking sort. Like I said, I'm pretty sure OG Janu, MHXA, and maybe Artoria are the only ones I can think of that would have, like OG Artoria are maybe the only ones that I can think of that would have the capability and the patience to do so. Yeah, I think that's way more than 20 tons. UO. That jade-haired behemoth following you around now. Yep. The Dechi knows. Bro, what is with the look with that thing's eye? All those things he didn't need to know. Damn. He's just coming out and saying it. So she does have an agenda. Hmm. You know this motherfucker just did that on purpose. And chat, I really want to emphasize this. I really want to emphasize this. Because this is a absolute slap in the face to the idea that the Cryptors could have done everything and conquered all the Lost Belts. They could not have. The birth of the one yet to arrive. Yep. Okay, on to the next rung. God damn it, it's doing it again. Alright, night into day. Oh, now we got Nemo Engineer. Wait, don't we have turkey technically, not chicken? They're bribing her. Oh no, Yorokobe humanity. Hmm. So he got rebuffed again. Hello, Katana. Wait, is she just hanging out there now? Is that all she does? She just sits at the waterfall, guarding it? Engineer would like it. God damn it. That's right. We're gonna give her the old one too. This is literally a kaiju battle now. Oh god, I love Cuckoo Man. Wait. Da Vinci required as a starting member. Select up to 4 own servants. Good lord. Alright. What do we got here? This one is our first actual boss battle. At least I think. Unless it's not this one. NP3888. Yeah, I'll take that. You have to be in the front, of course. Alter egos are nasty for Saberface because there is no true like hard counter that I have. So let's see. I can go single target berserker, or I can go. Cuckoo is there for a reason. Do I have to use her? Cuckoo is needed for the gimmick to clear faster. That's just to break the bar, right? How much pain do you want to endure? I like pain. Oh boy indeed. We gon' suffer. Let it be known that we warned you. Listen, chat, if it's that bad, I'll just back out. Okay. Like I said, I don't consider it to be violated if I have to use the Cuckoo to get through the gimmick. But I'll try to not. Oh, that's a lot of hell. Yeah, she's gonna win. That doesn't help me, but I can do that. LB is really making me want to summon Cuckoo. Listen, chat, there's a reason that I wanted Cuckoo. Like, if you guys ever detected any Cuckoo bias on my end, that would be why. Fantastic. Cuckoo 120 target in the future? Not on my NA. Are you Cuckoo for Cuckoo Puffs? Yes. Fight will be hard without Cuckoo? I know. I want to see. Like, I don't think it's doable purely because, like, I need sustain. And I don't really have that. Not with double Castoria. But the gimmick is to let her crit, isn't it, chat? Does it have to specifically be Cuckoo or just any crits? Tried using Vlad and that didn't go well. Needs to be Cuckoo? Okay. We'll go back in. I'll rearrange it. Chat, is it just the crits disable her her regeneration and I still have to deal with the bar? Or is it something else? Disable and remove one. Okay. Of course it broke. Yeah, I really hate that she's forced into the front line. Like, to me, there is zero reason for this. Like, forcing her into the fight, sure, but into literally the front line, that's stupid to me. I don't see why they do that. Because if anything, this should be who's forced into the front line, based purely off the mechanic that they want to achieve. So it's like, I don't get it. Cuckoo also breaks the bar easily. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to think about how I actually want to go about this. Because I think I have a smarter way of doing it to make this more Saberface-y. Benui time? Yes. I like how they literally won't let her have Yeah, we're gonna let that work. Okay, so it also skill seals. It's good to know. When you give me the cards like that, I'm just gonna take them. So it just comes back every turn. Yeah, at this point, chat, this fight, because of that, it pretty much like must be done by Cuckoo. Because she disables the mechanic every time she crits, but then quite literally every time she doesn't, you won't have that disabling. So it just basically would be the case of like you just couldn't do it otherwise. It would just keep growing. Ad infinitum. I've been very lucky with the cards, so we're just gonna keep taking the Cuckoo cards. I will do that though. I'm not gonna do bunnies. I'm gonna do Castoria is going to be dealing with an NP here in a second. Do it like that. Can you blow through with a crit monster servant like Van Gogh? For starters, I can't, because again, the restrictions of the run. And secondly, I'm not gonna say you couldn't, but it would really rely on you debilitating King Protea a lot. I think that would be the solution, would be to like try and lock her down. Because you can see, if you take any of your like cavalry class units, like, chat, this is a 120 Castoria that is like on life support. Part of me wanted to like give her the arts up there, and I was like, nah, we'll see how it goes. And now I like low-key kind of regret that. I should have given her the arts up. Man, I have had like 2 Cuckoo cards like every draw. This has been insanely, phenomenally good. You can see I'm not even like using any of Cuckoo's skills or anything. This is just raw carding power. Damn, you really want Castoria dead, don't you? And pop goes the bar. She's jealous of the sword, I guess. Oh, the veil came off. Cuckoo's got the giant buff for this fight. Yeah, it just in general is like, I basically did the least to buff Cuckoo there. All I did was give her more stars. And we just let Cuckoo go ham. That was it. Cuckoo just literally just shat on that because of her buffs. So that's really all you need to do as a win condition is just protect her, technically. You coward. How is that fair? Listen, you're the one that picked a fight. Circumstance and sentiment. That's true. We don't. Sticking out her tongue. That's true. She would end up wrecking everything. What? Why did we give them construction hats? Grind him into bat jelly. Would you really be doing that for me? Damn, they said the word bitch. So she's kind of yandere. Definitely on the edgy side, I agree. Okay, I just assume this one is... Wait, now we get to use a normal party. This is the first fight in the entire 7.2 that I finally got to use a normal party for. Like, what the shit, dude? We could try to brute force it that way. Archer's not too great. Do I have another arts looper? I guess it's Surfmo. I just... There's really no harm in bringing more options. Well, never mind. There is. I think you want to have AoE for this? Yeah. Oh, yo, what? Hold on. What the heck was that? That was not expected. I'm trying to let this reload so that chat can see what I'm talking about. So are we dreaming? Or is this Olga? This is going to be interesting to find out. Well, it definitely makes me wish that I had used some different units. Thankfully, Surfmo can drain. One of the lesser known aspects of her. Not a very good chance, but... Okay, can I pop him? Nah. Would have needed a second set of Castoria buffs. Okay, that's annoying, but thankfully I have Invuln Pierce on her. That's not going to stop me. Yikes, though. What the shit is that? Do not do that. Just finished LB7. Feels good, man. Nice. Okay, we actually did drain him. Nice. That's lucky. And we got the bar break on the Poseidon core. Hopefully it's not an instant charge. Alright, he's got guts. Freaking asshole. Okay, that's actually annoying. Fuck. Like, this is more just difficult because I didn't kit out for it properly. But this fight was actually a little nasty with the Saberface, if I remember correctly. Although I believe we are mirrored. That is to say, I think when we originally fought this, we were on the left side facing the right. No. No, we were... Yeah, no, we were definitely in this orientation. I'm just misremembering. What am I thinking of? Oh my god, really? Again? It's not gonna hit him. Shit. I didn't think about that. She doesn't have Invuln Pierce. Crap. So I rotated too soon. Yeah, then I think we full send on the Poseidon core. Because she's likely to die from this anyways. Now surf mode would have to somehow do like just pure neuter damage to this thing enough to kill it. Is it one turn or one times? Two. So the NP will suck it once. One other card will finish it. That did not do a lot of damage. Yes! Oh, the lucky crit! Let's go! And I got a drain on Chiron. Holy hell. Oh, that was good. Could not have done that again if I tried. All right, now we got another problem, though. Quite literally, that guts is gone, and then everybody is a sitting duck to Chiron. So that is not the most ideal of circumstances. Damn, 96%, really? Bro needs to stop evading, though. That's actually, like, cancerous of him. Bro actually needs to stop evading. And again, that is one turn every time he does it. So one of my units here bites Zadusto. Annoying, but okay. She was so close to an NP. I probably should have just sold out to get her NP. I probably should have scuffed it and gone back. Because why do I get the feeling this is a full guts? Bro, what? You don't even have your crit buff right now. What the f was that shit? Gotta try to gain as much MP as I can. Now I just need to live. Okay, we got him. He did not dodge. I was worried he was gonna dodge there somehow. But now we terminate with extreme prejudice. Man, am I glad I backlined Lulter. Holy crap. I was thinking about just not doing it. And like, God, that decision saved me. This was a fight that I had no business winning, and we pulled the win out. So, like, that's really nice that that happened. Now I don't have to refight it. Because, man, again, there's no reason that I should have cleared that. Like I said, I gotta grail my Surf Mo at some point. She is just really strong. The fact that she managed to do as much work and lifting in that fight as she did at level 80... Damn, nice. She also never had, like, double Castoria buffs the entire time. And that's the story of her adventure in Atlantis. Hey, can you never do that again? Can you never tell that story ever again? In a fully mechanical body that looks perfect in the moonlight. Yeah, so instead of imagining actual Orion, she's imagining Tametomo. Ooh, it's all about love? Wait, are they implying that Poseidon loved Drake? Because Drake is who he kept calling out the name of. So that's interesting. That's hella interesting. Yeah, like, and to be fair, like, it would kind of make sense. But no, like I assume that's just them not understanding. Because if you remember, he's actually calling out Drake's name because Drake stole his core. But Drake did manage to get down there and steal his core, which means to some degree she had to have, like, swindled him. So there may be more to that than we realized. Hmm. Oh god, that ugly face again. Time's precious, don't waste it. Wait, are you just telling them that they're all gonna die? Don't you need to hear the whole bunch's opinion to know what's what? Yeah, that's worrisome. So this is really interesting. And this is also really stupid. Once she makes a full physical recovery, her memories will return, meaning she'll once more be an enemy of humanity. You've already figured out that this is potentially not the case. Like, it feels like she's trying to jump from Trimagistus saying that she has, again, a condition that's temporary, to Trimagistus is also saying this, and it's not. This is Da Vinci's own assertion, and it's incorrect. At least based off of what we know so far. So, this is, again, another thing where I do like Da Vinci's writing. The only thing I dislike about it is that they're setting Da Vinci up as the, like, know-it-all character. And we saw this all the way back in LB6. She's not. She's actually wrong quite a bit. So we're beginning to kind of see that. And the only thing I dislike is that at one point they held her up as, like, again, the Holmes-like character of, like, oh, she's your exposition person. You can trust her. Everything she's saying is valid. It's not what's going on here. Holmes at least had the ability to, like, turn inward and reflect and say, like, you know, I'm not sure. And he would disclose that. He would tell you it was a theory. He would tell you he wasn't sure. Da Vinci, on the other hand, speaks matter-of-factly, and that's a problem. You're assuming that what she says is correct because she's not adding any sort of qualifiers to her statements. But she's probably not. She needs Holmes to bounce off of, otherwise she's not she's not got anyone to really argue with. Yeah. Good with lore and mechanics, but not deductions. I don't even think she's good with lore. I think she's good with mechanics. That's it. And she needs to go back and she needs to look at, why did us firing the weapon at Olga not work? That literally is something that she has not addressed. At least not conclusively. She has brought it up, but she hasn't, like, actually addressed it. Yep. I could be really interested to see whatever line it gives me right here when I tap next. Okay, it's not a choice. It's just two statements that mean the same thing. That's why I was curious, and I suspected that's exactly what it was going to do. I really do hate this mentality because this is not always the answer. Like there are times where cold logic is the better choice. And not because like, oh, it's logical. No, because the emotional choice is really bad. That's the problem, right? Like always assuming that like going with your heart is the correct answer is kind of wrong. And I kind of hate that moral over time because it leads to some very bad decision making. Don't get me wrong. I do think to a degree you should always like trust your heart and that sort of thing and let that guide you. But there are times where you have to say, wait, I'm being an idiot. And you need to be able to look inward, because otherwise if you're constantly ruled by your emotions, you just become a like rash, like overreactive individual. And the key is to actually have the balance between these two. Let it guide you, don't follow it blindly. Correct. Da Vinci can never fill his shoes, pretty much. She's not as mature as her creator. Curious if that's intentional or not. I suspect the way they're writing it is. And like I said, the only issue I have is that they did once hold her up as an authority. And where, like, to me, that changed, chat, it literally changed at LB6. Okay? Because if you guys will remember, we actually lose Holmes at LB6. Why? He was incapacitated for all of LB6. LB5 and prior, you have Holmes, which means that Da Vinci and everything that she's saying does come across as authoritative, because if there is any other thing that she's not actually authoritative on, there's a discussion and possibly a debate. So everything that she speaks on prior to that is a like, hey, this is the way this mechanic works. This is, you know, like, it's just a knowledgeable thing. LB6 onward is where she starts to become unreliable. And again, it's basically coinciding with you losing Holmes in LB6, and then basically you headed towards 6.5 where you actually do lose Holmes. So it is an interesting thing. And like, I'm sure to a degree it is intentional, but I feel like they maybe needed to be a little bit more on the nose with it, just because it's difficult to make the reader place all of their trust in a character and then like make the character unreliable after a time. It's like they've been reliable, they've been reliable, they've been reliable, they've been reliable. Now they're unreliable. That's difficult because it's going to make your reader question everything and not trust that character ever again. So I think in that regard, there should have been a much like broader signal that like, hey, she did not necessarily know what's up. And I think like there should have been a throwaway line at some point, like either from like Gordolf or like Mash or somebody else, just being like, hey, you know, she wasn't right about that in the end. And that would have actually like kind of helped that. Or yeah, even Sion, right? Wasn't Holmes just chilling in the border in LB6? No, quite literally there were it was Holmes. Nemo, and Foe, who were all incapacitated. Sorry, technically Foe disappeared. Foe was not incapacitated, so to speak. Foe ran off the ship. Holmes and Nemo, the second we passed through the storm wall, went and basically fell into a slumber. And it's just because as far as I understand it, they were like incompatible with the Lostbelt. Foe smelled the shit. Oh, Foe knew. Wait, did we just tell Mash to mash the corn? We did. Also, what is the size of that corn cob? What the shit? Yeah, it's like you're literally grinding coffee. So awkward. Rather not see Gordal's face again. Yeah, honestly, if it were like original Da Vinci, I would believe it a lot more. I think writer Da Vinci has some quirks. She's kind of like incomplete. Of course. Damn, she's reading our brainwaves. We already know that she can do this. Like... Well, that was awkward. We just made that worse, kind of. Oh, we get a fragment. We finally made it through chapter 11. God, that was long. Like, that was just a super long chapter. So this is Olga's mind that we're in. My assigned order. Selfish wanting you own the team? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's selfishness. I think if you're reading it as selfishness, you're disregarding the fact that it's Olga and all the history that's there. Ooh, Whack-chan putting in the extra work for us. He's humanizing her. Wait. It's a Saint Quartz. Oh my god! Wait. Holy shit. The implications, yeah. No, chat, y'all need to think about that. Holy fuck. Oh, man. That's, oh, fuck. We need to stop wailing, chat. Damn, she was a bitch. She hurt my boy Whack-chan. F3, thank you for the follow. Whoa. Oh. So she hadn't put together that she was the foreign god. She had heard them talk about the foreign god and mentioned it, but she hadn't realized that they were the same thing. And now she knows that she is. But that also means that Tez killed her at some point, which is interesting. And I guess that's partly what the flashback that we saw was. Okay, now we're gonna walk up. Just go to the Beast of Taming boss fight on Olympus. That one's a rough one. I will caution you, all of this will be spoiler to you right now, because this is from later on in the story, so just, again, be careful. It'll just let the Danos find out who did this. Oh, she thinks we don't know. We couldn't ever really be a part of that group, no matter how much we might want to. Is this the royal we? Or something else? Okay. We end there for tonight, chat. All we got through was section 11, but, man, the implications just of that one chapter. Holy crap. That is amazing. I am really, really intrigued. I can't wait to read more tomorrow. So again, chat, we're going to end it here, but we will continue this more tomorrow. Again, there's not much else going on right now. I do expect we'll probably get some reveals on JP because we're still waiting on the third ascension of Bichon. But NA right now, we are full steam ahead, all hands on deck for 7.2. So you're definitely going to keep continuing that. Let me see if I see anybody else on. Nobody that I am recognizing. Oh, actually, I can send you guys over to GNA Reviews, so why don't I? They're on streaming some Honkai Star Rail. And again, we'll be back tomorrow. Hope to see you guys for everything JP and NA related. Thank you again to the followers and the subs. And hopefully you guys have a good night. Don't forget, we also did get the video out for Bichon today, and tomorrow will be Kurohime. So, again, thank you guys for watching. See you guys for the next one. Get your raid emotes ready. I'll see you guys on the other side.